The following is the details of Case 3008, which just wrapped up interview today. The location was Laurel County, Kentucky, at the Center for Innovation. The victim was Layla Turner. Time of death, between 10 that morning and 12 that afternoon. Circumstance of death is liquid arsenic deliberately placed in Layla Turner's vending machine Pepsi she brought during her break between classes, according to witness. Current evidence we have is number 1. Pepsi bottle found at an angle that suggests it fell out of the victim's hand. Fingerprints match victim and Luke with traces of arsenic found inside. Number 2. Liquid arsenic on victim's fingertips. 3. Eyewitness to Luke's irritability and instability, which we will cover an interview between them later. Number 4. Liquid sent second CSI on case into cardiac arrest after receiving through glove. It is also important to note that CSI agent was reported to say "Sweet Liberty" before falling on the floor. Number 5. Vial, unmarked, found in Luke's bag. Number 6. A forged prescription for steroids. Number 7. Eyewitness statement states that Luke was especially irritable and paranoid after speaking briefly to the victim. Number 8. Talk screen read arsenic positive. Number 9. Broken doorknob to science lab contest with vial of old products that were an accidental order missing. Number 10. Witness says he forges his father's prescription, as his dad is a doctor, for Luke's steroids, but he had to stop because he didn't think it was good for Luke to keep doing this. The following is a detective interview held with an anonymous person by Detective Hartfield. Hartfield says, "Explain what Luke's behavior was like throughout the day." John Doe says, "He seemed really angry, like just being in a room with other people was overstimulating." Can you explain further? What was his behavior like specifically? Angry. He seemed weak, really exhausted, like he couldn't focus on anything. He was really mad when Layla made a joke about his shoes. What happened? They joke like that all the time, but today was different. He looked like he was silently raging, and when she walked away, he looked almost paranoid, like he was worried she knew something bad about him. Did he say why he was paranoid? No. He just glared, silent, with a nervous expression.
At a crime scene upon arrival, there is a lot to do. You must secure the scene followed by searching. Some evidence is within humans' ability to simply see, while others have to be looked for. For example, you can see most murder weapons as they can be anything from a knife to a gun to a household item. However, there are other methods of homicide like poison, death by transference of a disease, being against managed democracy, or a personal body shutdown. There's a specific way to retrieve every piece of evidence at a raw scene. For ours specifically, number 1, period. Use tape to pull Luke's fingerprint off the Pepsi bottle. Number 2, period. Use gloves to retrieve and modern technology to further analyze the Pepsi bottle, comma, which was flagged for arsenic. Number 3, period. Use tape to pull Luke's fingerprints off the broken doorknob. Number 4, period. Used an eyewitness verbal statement recorded on the file from as the interview as a test to Luke's irritable and irrational emotional state. Number 5, period. A photograph of the missing vial in the science cabinet. Number 6, period. A photograph of the box receipt saying it was an accidental order from January 2024. Number 7, period. A photograph of the broken doorknob. 8, period. Used as an eyewitness verbal statement confessing to being the source of the withdrawal of the steroids. Number 9, period. Recorded of the talk screen of a victim, Layla Turner, that read positive for arsenic, period.
It is extremely important to secure a crime scene when assigned to it because the evidence and surrounding area need to remain secure for photography, evidence collection, and basic breakdown of the scene with caution tape, authoritative force or protection, and proper labeling. It is also crucial to establish a common approach path, or CAP. This is the route that all members involved in crime solving take to examine a scene. It is important because not having a plan or route can disturb the processing of everything that happened at the present scene. Protective equipment for all fields involved with the scene involves gloves, goggles or masks, booties, and jumpsuits. While members like detectives or sketch artists may only indulge in gloves and masks, intensive investigators like CSIs or MEs are more thoroughly covered in disposable equipment. Evidence is photographed at a scene using film photography equipment. Even modern detectives refrain from digital photography because digital photos can be manipulated, jeopardizing the integrity of the scene. Scene photos are taken at every single angle necessary to document the case properly. This could be a surplus of photos simply to ensure that the entire case is put into filing. A crime scene sketch is also insanely important to a scene because it provides a visual aid for the detectives who are analyzing the scene. To measure the location of an item at a scene, you need triangulation and cardinal direction. Triangulation is the process of measuring the distance between the piece of evidence and its nearest two walls, which gives you a better scale of the room. Cardinal directions play a part in determining what happened to make the object face that way.